In history, few names resonate with the same blend of wisdom and power as that of Marcus Aurelius. Known as Rome's philosopher-emperor, Marcus Aurelius stood as a beacon of stoic virtue in a world fraught with turmoil. His reign, from 161 to 180 AD, was marked by relentless challenges, brutal wars, a devastating plague, and the internal decay of the empire. Yet, through it all, Marcus Aurelius remained steadfast, guided by the principles of stoicism. This is the story of how a philosopher confronted the harsh realities of empire, a tale of resilience, leadership, and the enduring struggle for virtue in the face of adversity. The rise of Marcus Aurelius. To understand the challenges Marcus Aurelius faced, we must first understand the man himself. Born on April 26, 121 AD, Marcus Aurelius Antoninus was destined for greatness from a young age. Adopted by Emperor Antoninus Pius, he was groomed for leadership under the tutelage of some of the finest minds of his time. His education was steeped in the philosophy of Stoicism, a school of thought that would become his guiding light in the years to come. Marcus Aurelius was not just a ruler, he was a thinker, a philosopher who believed in the pursuit of virtue above all else. His famous work, Meditations, written in the midst of his reign, reflects his commitment to the Stoic ideals of reason, self-discipline, and duty. But the path of a philosopher is seldom easy, and Marcus Aurelius would soon find himself tested in ways few could imagine. The Marcomannic Wars. One of the most significant challenges Marcus Aurelius faced was the Marcomannic Wars, a series of brutal conflicts along the Danube frontier. The Germanic tribes, including the Marcomanni, Quadi, and Sarmatians, were pressing against the borders of the empire, threatening the stability of Rome. The wars would span much of Marcus Aurelius' reign, forcing him to spend years away from Rome, leading his legions in harsh and unforgiving conditions. The Marcomannic Wars were not just battles of swords and shields, they were wars of attrition, where the strength of the Roman military was tested against the resilience of the Germanic tribes. Marcus Aurelius, despite his philosophical nature, proved to be a capable military leader. He understood that the preservation of the empire required not just philosophical wisdom, but also the harsh realities of war. Yet, even amidst the carnage of war, Marcus Aurelius remained true to his Stoic principles. He saw the conflict as a test of his character, a challenge that would allow him to put his philosophy into practice. In his Meditations, he often wrote about the importance of endurance, courage, and the acceptance of fate, virtues that were essential for a leader navigating the complexities of war. The Antonine Plague. As if the wars on the frontier were not enough, another, even more insidious challenge struck the empire during Marcus Aurelius' reign, the Antonine Plague. This deadly epidemic, which some scholars believe to have been smallpox, ravaged the Roman Empire, killing millions and weakening the social and economic fabric of Rome. The plague was more than just a public health crisis. It was a test of Marcus Aurelius' leadership. The emperor understood that in times of great suffering, the people looked to their ruler for guidance. Despite the immense pressure, he remained calm and composed, embodying the Stoic ideal of rationality in the face of adversity. Marcus Aurelius allocated resources to aid the affected, took measures to maintain the morale of the military, and worked to prevent the collapse of the empire under the weight of the epidemic. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius reflected on the fragility of life and the inevitability of death, concepts that were starkly evident during the plague. He saw the epidemic as another opportunity to practice Stoicism, to remain virtuous and steadfast even when faced with the impermanence of life. The plague, like the wars, was a reminder that the challenges of empire were not just external but also internal, and that true leadership required both strength and wisdom. Internal struggles. While Marcus Aurelius dealt with wars and plagues, he also faced significant internal challenges. The Roman Empire, vast and powerful as it was also a breeding ground for political unrest and conspiracy. The Senate, the military, and even members of the imperial family had their own agendas, and maintaining unity within the empire was an ongoing struggle. Marcus Aurelius was acutely aware of the dangers posed by internal divisions. He knew that an empire could crumble from within just as easily as it could fall to external threats. His response was one of cautious pragmatism, guided by his Stoic belief in the importance of duty and the common good. He sought to lead by example, to be a ruler who embodied the virtues he preached, and to navigate the treacherous waters of Roman politics with wisdom and patience. Perhaps the most difficult internal challenge Marcus Aurelius faced was the question of succession. The emperor had no choice but to appoint his son, Commodus, as his successor, a decision that would have far-reaching consequences for the future of Rome. Commodus, unlike his father, would prove to be a ruler of a very different kind, one whose reign would mark the beginning of the empire's decline. Stoicism in leadership. Throughout all these challenges, war, plague, political unrest, one thing remained constant: Marcus Aurelius' commitment to Stoicism. For him, philosophy was not just a theoretical exercise. It was a way of life, a practical guide for navigating the complexities of leadership. Meditations is filled with reflections on the nature of power, the importance of virtue, and the acceptance of fate. Marcus Aurelius believed that a ruler must be a servant of the people, that true leadership is about serving the common good rather than seeking personal glory. He saw the challenges he faced not as burdens, but as opportunities to practice his philosophy, to live according to the principles of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. In many ways, Marcus Aurelius was the embodiment of the Stoic ideal, a leader who remained calm in the face of chaos, who saw adversity as a chance to grow, and who understood that the true measure of a ruler is not the power they wield, but the virtues they uphold. The legacy of Marcus Aurelius. The reign of Marcus Aurelius marked the end of the Pax Romana, the golden age of the Roman Empire. His death in 180 AD would signal the beginning of a slow and steady decline, as the challenges he faced were inherited by rulers far less capable. Yet, despite the eventual fall of the empire, Marcus Aurelius' legacy endures. Today, Marcus Aurelius is remembered not just as a Roman emperor, but as a philosopher whose wisdom transcends time. His Meditations continue to inspire leaders, thinkers, and individuals around the world, offering guidance on how to live with integrity, face adversity with courage, and lead with virtue. In the end, Marcus Aurelius' greatest achievement was not his military victories or his political prowess, but his unwavering commitment to the principles of Stoicism. In a world of uncertainty and chaos, he remains a symbol of what it means to lead with wisdom, compassion, and virtue, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the light of philosophy can guide us through. Thank you for joining us on this exploration. Stay tuned for more historical adventures, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating stories from around the world.